This is the assembly video for my Chipboard cottage kits. You can find all of my craft kits at smilemercantile.com. In this video, I will cover assembly for the Cozy Cottage, the English Cottage, the Coastal Cottage, and the Storybook Cottage. Each kit comes with chipboard pieces already cut out and scored for folding, a vellum sheet with windows and door, and instructions for assembly. To assemble this kit, you will need a fast-drying liquid glue. These are some that I like to use. To assist with the folding, I also highly recommend having a straight edge on hand, either a bone folder or a scraper, an acrylic block, something that you can fold the lines against. These cottages have a lot of petite pieces, and having a tool like this is very helpful for getting sharp corners and keeping folds right along the score lines. The Cozy Cottage comes with 4 pieces: the walls, the folding roof panel, a chimney, and the base. To get started with the Cozy Cottage, I am using my scraper to fold all of the tabs and walls. I'm going to apply glue to the side tab and then affix that to the back wall. I will hold the pieces together until the glue holds, usually about 20 to 30 seconds. Some pieces will take a little bit longer, a minute or two. After I fold the roof panel, I'm going to apply glue to all 4 tabs on the house, and then I will center the roof and press it down for a few seconds. And then I'll reach inside and press the tabs against the roof panel so that they are fully bonded. This cottage comes with a cute chimney, so I'm going to fold it, and then the left tab gets glued to the inside of the right tab. After this piece has dried, I'm running glue all along the lower edge of the chimney, and this will just get pressed onto the roof. You can place the chimney wherever you like. I like to line up the top of the chimney with the top of the house. And then I will just press this until it is secured. I'm going to leave the base of the cottage off until I'm done painting and installing windows. Painting cottages is so fun. Pick any color you like. What I am using today is white acrylic gesso for the walls and for a base coat on the rooftops, and then I'm adding some color to the roofs using just regular acrylic craft paint. I typically apply 2 to 3 coats to get an opaque finish. Each cottage comes with a vellum sheet that has a door and windows that can be cut to fit. I'm just cutting everything a little bit larger than the openings, and then I'll be gluing them to the inside. Now I'm ready to attach the base, so I'm just running glue along the lower edge of the cottage, and then I'll just press it onto the base until it holds. If your walls have bowed out from the paint, you can just squeeze those in as you're pressing the cottage down onto the base. I'm painting the base, and then I'll come back at the end of the video to add some glitter. The English cottage comes with 4 pieces: the walls, a folding roof panel, a small accent for the front of the roof, and a rectangle base. To begin the English cottage, I'm going to fold all of the tabs and walls. The side tab is going to get glued to the back of the cottage. The English cottage has a unique roof with angled corners. To get that look, we're going to fold the side tabs in and glue them to the back of the roof panel. When it's folded together, it will look like this. I'm applying glue to the outer tabs. I'll press those against the back roof panel, and then I'm going to let the roof dry completely before I attach it to the cottage. While the roof is drying, I'm just going to fold the score lines on the roof accent. This piece is going to be applied after the roof has been attached. I'm applying glue to the 5 tabs on the house. There are 4 on the sides and 1 on the back. Now, the important thing to note about placing the roof onto the cottage is that the cutout on the front wall needs to be on the outside of the roof, and that will allow the roof to set down onto the tabs. And once the glue has taken hold, I'm going to reach inside and press the tabs against the roof to make sure everything is solid. The roof accent is designed to fit right along the cutout of the roof. So I'm going to be applying glue to the angled edge, which is the back of the roof accent, and then I'll just position it on the front of the roof and line up the points with the bottom of the roof line. And once in place, I'll just gently hold it until the glue sets. I'm putting a couple coats of paint on this cottage. I've chosen white gesso for the walls and a very deep burgundy for the roof. Now I'm cutting the windows and door to fit. There are 4 windows in this cottage, so it's roughly cutting the window panel into quarters. And then I'll be painting glue on the inside of the walls to apply them. And now I'll attach the base and give that a quick coat of paint. The Coastal Cottage comes with 3 pieces: the walls with 2 attached chimneys, a roof panel, and a base. There are a lot of score lines on this piece, so I'm going to first fold all of the walls and the tabs, and then when I'm finished with that, I'll fold up all of the little lines for the chimneys. I'm applying glue to the side tab, and that will be pressed onto the back. To build the chimneys, I'm going to be putting glue on the 2 front tabs and then folding them up into little boxes. I want to make sure the chimneys are set before I attach the roof panel, so I'm going to hold these tabs in place for about a minute. The roof panel has a single fold line and it's going to fit in between the chimneys. You can see it has little cutouts. I'm applying glue to all 6 tabs on the cottage, and I'm also going to apply glue to the roof panel up at the peak on both sides. This will stick the roof panel to the chimneys. To attach the roof panel, I just pull apart the chimneys slightly so that I can insert it. And this roof is designed to be flush with the side walls, so I'm just setting it down onto the tabs even with the sides. And once it's in place, I'm pushing the chimneys against the roof. And here I'm just adding a couple layers of paint, and when that's dry, I'll put in the windows and door. This cottage has just 2 windows plus the door, so I'm just cutting those to fit and will apply them to the inside. I'm going to attach the base and then I'll paint it to match the cottage. The Storybook Cottage comes with 5 pieces: the walls, 2 roof panels. The rectangular one is the left roof panel, and then we have the right roof panel, a boxy chimney, and a square base. Now there is a special score line on this cottage, and it's this one right here. This line needs to be folded towards you like you're closing a book. The rest of the lines get folded away from you just like all of the other cottages. So what you will see is the finished footprint of this cottage is shaped like an L, and it's going to be the roof panels that hold the walls in place. So don't worry about it not shaping up quite yet. Just attach the back tab to the side wall, and that'll get us on our way. This is the left roof panel, and it's the first one that we need to attach to the cottage. So fold it, and then it is going to sit on the left side of the house. You can tell it's the left side of the house because it has the arched doorway. And the cutout in the roof panel fits over the walls. It will lock them in place so that your house will have the correct shape. So I've just roughly centered the roof panel, and then I'm bringing down that side with the cutout, fitting it over the walls. And once I've got that in place, I can make some small adjustments, and then I'll press it down for a few seconds before reaching inside to push the tabs against the roof panel. And the right roof panel will fit over the other peak of the house and is going to get pushed right up against the other side of the roof. I'm going to apply glue to both of the tabs as well as the angled edge of the back of the roof panel. So I'm setting it down onto the tabs and then pressing it against the other roof panel. And as I'm pressing this piece into place, I'm lining up the lower edge of both roof panels so that they meet. The chimney piece has a challenging fold line that comes to a point. To get the best fold out of this, start at the top and work your way down. Do it gradually, not all at once. And the very tip of the point does not need to be a super crisp corner. This chimney is going to nestle right into the roof, and so it just needs to be really bent at the bottom. It doesn't need to be a 90-degree angle. So I'm just pressing this against my scraper, and this is enough of a corner for this piece. And so once the rest of this is folded, the top comes together into a square like so. And this is how it's going to fit onto the house. So I'm going to glue the tab to the inside of the chimney, and then I'm going to let this dry completely before I attach it to the house so nothing comes apart. To affix this to the house, I'm running glue all along the back of the chimney as well as the underside, and the square part is going to hook over the roof, and the rest gets pressed against the roof panels. I have mixed up the prettiest shade of mint green for this cottage's roof. A lot of times I'll take white gesso and just mix in a little bit of regular craft acrylic paint and make my own colors. This cottage has just one door and one window, so I'm just checking the fit and then I will glue them to the inside. To finish this cottage, I am attaching the base and then I will paint it to match. Glitter is of course optional, but I like it, so I'm going to be applying some fine grain German glass glitter in clear to the walls, and then I'll be using a mixed grain German glass glitter for the roof to add a little bit more texture. I am using just plain Elmer's glue all, undiluted, and I'm working one wall at a time, so painting on the glue, shaking on the glitter, and then tapping off the excess onto a plate. I'm doing all the walls and then I'm letting it dry before moving on to the rooftops. This mixed grain glitter is beautiful. It has a wonderful texture and it's going to look like ice.